questions is...
Can you speak louder?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm opening up the previous questions that we need to discuss again.
Okay.
Notion. So I'm not mistaken, what we want to talk about was the player journey, find the player journey, player progression, and the core loop, right?
Yes.
Let me just quickly open files. PD. Nope, where is it? I'm just gonna open from here instead. Fine. Where's that? Yeah, I'm trying to find the detailed one. Oh, okay. I think I found it. Where is screen share? Where's screen share? Here? The share screen. Okay. This one. Can you see my screen?
Okay, yes, I can see it. Please go on.
So yeah, once again, so I'll start with the core game. Sorry. So it'll go from basically the hub, dungeoneering, returning, right?
Okay.
So in a dungeon, what happens is when there are multiple randomly generated with multiple floors, players spawn with no items. Monsters are spawned in based off dungeon's biome. So each dungeon has its own biome. Special times also randomly generated. Creatures drop materials that are related to the creature. Materials can be consumed for combat or crafting. And crafting requires combination of materials, which usually generates better items for combat. Since the game is about cooking as one of its main points, right?
Okay.
So,
one question: Do you do the crafting is in the combat or just in the hub?
it's so basically there's there's a certain area where you can enter to craft your
Okay.
materials to craft with. Yeah.
Like there's one special area you can like cook your.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay.
But the ingredients itself can also be used as their own tools as well. So let's say an example would be if you had a fish. So the fish would be its own tool, but if you combine the fish and rice, then you get a sushi or something, and the sushi can be used for something else.
You can also use like the food for regaining your HP.
Yeah, so some combinations can also be used to eat instead of to use as a weapon, that sort of thing. So each food has its own unique.
So how do the player know which one to combine and what will the outcome of your cook?
Well, we want the players to explore, right? Because the idea is it's very we want them to as if they're going to a new. We want them to experience it like when they enter this dungeon and enter into this world. It's even though it's a unique world, they can use some of their knowledge from like from there, from from real life to like
I see.
explore,
So,
like, oh, if you
so
combine these
you
two
will
foods,
let
what will it be?
player to experience themselves
Yeah,
the recipe.
yeah,
But
but
when the result came out, you have to like inform them.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. We probably like a, oh, you found new recipe, and then we have like a recipe book, so
I
to
see, I
show
see.
what they
Okay,
are
okay.
found out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Sure, sure. Go on, go on.
And then, so yeah, the players climb the dungeon. When landing on the stair style, highest floor, the boss will appear, and then when you clear the boss, you clear the dungeon, or you go further down the dungeon if it's like a multi-floor kind of thing.
Okay.
And when you clear the dungeon, you can, yeah, see, you can continue to either choose to return with all the loot you have at the moment, or
Mm-hmm.
continue to a difficult one. So then you have to weigh the risk and rewards of like, do you return back with all the valuables you've kept now? So the valuables in this case would be the all the tools you have. So the tools, when you bring it back to the surface, they will be traded in for like its own currency of sorts that players can use during in the hub. That's the focus on dungeoneering.
Okay, okay.
When you return to the hub, uh, players can use to unlock new recipes or and upgrade existing recipes. So these upgrading existing recipes can urge to like focus on more, what's it called,
Okay.
you
If
start to.
if if you like let's say I have the ingredient A and B,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't have the recipe of the actual product, the actual outcome for the combining item.
Yeah.
Can you do that also, or should you find the recipe first?
So this one we're still in considering, because there's two ways we've thought of doing it, right?
Because
One is,
you mentioned you can unlock the new recipe, right?
mm-hmm.
Is it just like the guidance?
Yeah. So
So let's say lots of player playing your game, they like creating a wiki for that. So that's like no point for them to unlock new recipe, right?
yeah. So this is the thing. So one of our plans, either one, there are some recipes that are locked behind because they count as like very special needs kind of recipes, let's say, right? They're like special tools.
Uh huh.
And another way is that, so we did, there's like, because you know how cooking, there's multiple ways of cooking.
Uh huh.
So we want to implement a system where some you can only once you've reached a certain part of the game, when you've collected enough, then you also have to unlock certain like a you have to unlock a mechanic so that you can cook more foods. Like, let's say at first you start with a
I
pot, and later
see.
on you start with like a fryer. Yeah.
Like
So
you at the beginning you only like have two slot for the ingredient combining, but
or,
later you can add more ingredient.
yeah, or like, because it's like a different method of cooking. So one is like, let's say first it's in a pot, so you're boiling it, but then
Uh-huh.
then you switch to a fryer, so you're frying it. So it's different, right? Like if you put shrimp in a boiling pot, then you get a boiled shrimp. But if
I
you put in the
see.
fryer, you get like an fried shrimp, right? Like that.
Okay. Okay. Let me sums up your design as overall, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your unique selling point for the game is basically the team and the food team, right?
Yeah.
So beside of that, I think it's pretty generic, like roguelike or most of the like the dungeon game elsewhere.
Sort of. The other important thing, I guess, like with the foods, that since they're really unique, we want to implement like
Yeah, yeah,
rather
yeah.
unique
That's
mechanics.
what I like to emphasize. So
Mm.
I think you should make the like the craft or the cook part is more appealing and more like more function to that. So you can create like tools or power up that aid you to the for the games.
Yeah. So like an example we had in mind was like we want to let's say like there's a grappling hook, right? So if you create a, let's say, a shrimp and spaghetti, this is a really bad example. So then you get a grappling hook of sorts. So because players have access to the grappling hook now, uh, whether it's limited or limited use or forever use, it's still up in the air at the moment.
Uh-huh.
But we want to create dungeons where like it's more adaptability. So like players can choose. Oh, there are multiple ways around some dungeon. Some areas can be locked unless you have certain foods. So you have to like
you mean
determine.
like Zelda, right?
Yeah, something Zelda as well, where you need
Okay.
to get to an area, you need like a grappling hook to do it. Or maybe there's another tool. Like there are multiple tools that can use for multiple situations. And then boss fights, we're trying to make it more unique in a way where like tools can be used during boss fight. Let's say like, oh, you need to dodge a large area. Well, you can use a grappling hook to dodge it. That sort of
Okay.
thing.
Even this sounds very interesting in the concept. Just make sure in your mind this is a very like hard level design for you to do that.
That's why we're still trying to figure out how we would
Yeah,
work out in
because
terms of randoming.
as it interesting and in the concept, but in the execution is really hard.
Yeah.
Like if you play Zelda, they put a lot of consideration to the level design because they want they didn't want the extra tools or ability could overcome like such of a very difficult obstacle, something like that.
Wait, are you trying to say that it's like too flexible or like too unflexible?
That's the yeah. Everyone has their opinion, but yeah, they like have really they have some like some flexibility also, but yeah, some point they you should like consider like limit the player to do certain thing.
So as in like
This where that's really very hard to balance the game design for that.
yeah. I also understand. I also agree because also this randomly generated. We also have to think about like in the cases of like these certain areas, but we'd probably combine it with things like, oh, if you want to reach a certain area, then we'd have to combine it with certain aspects where like
I think
your enemies drop certain materials that allow you to go to that area. So,
the interesting part of your game themes is I think the cooking part is very interesting and very unique to the games. Make sure you put lots of effort to design that feature. Like make it really interesting. So like player will like share the outcome of the recipe. That's make sure that's a very large combination for that.
yeah, that's what we're.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how will you progress from this?
What do you mean by?
So after this, did you intend to make the prototype?
Yeah, I guess we're slowly building up the prototype. We're also
Do you have any right now?
right now no, because I think I've been rather busy trying to finish up with with this with this other project of mine. But I've started like working on bits by bit of the
Okay.
games at the moment. Yeah.
Can you make the prototype in certain point at this bootcamp before the
Yeah.
incubation started?
I think that's possible. I guess we'll put emphasis on mostly the cooking part, I guess.
Yeah. If you have like any question or any update regarding that design, just ping me at the Slack.
At the slide.
Slack.
Oh, select. Oh, Slack.
The-
Slack. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Slack. Yeah. Okay.
Ping you at. Oh, yes. All right. Okay.
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 So if you have any question or any update, anything regarding the design, please do not hesitate to ping me.
So, like, can we like asking questions such as like, what, would questions such as like, oh, would players prefer A or B sort of questions?
Yeah,
So, like,
anything related to design.
okay. Okay then.
Okay. Okay. And I think it's already very clear for me. Right now, just I'm waiting to see how you will design the cooking part,
Okay. Yeah.
and I'm waiting for the prototype also.
Okay.
Okay. And
Yeah, I guess I'll check
I
it out.
also have question, I think, regarding the artist you already that assigned to you.
Okay. Yeah. Should I start explaining now what the situation is, or? Okay. So, I've been replying rather late recently, but I guess catching up. The when I was, when I think I mentioned on Slack, I was supposed to message her that night. Unfortunately, my internet died right like after while I was building up the actual, like, I was like, what's called, confirming with my game designer, like, oh, is this what we want to talk to her about, blah blah, and then it's like, so yeah, I got delayed by a day, and I think now we're at the point where I've asked her to sort of like draw a very small concept art of like we asked her to do like, because I'm not really sure how to work with an artist yet per se, so I'm not sure what to ask for. So what I asked for with my game designer is that we wanted only specific 3 things, which is like a small part of the environment with what the creature looks like and what the player looks like, with, I guess, like specifics on how we had imagined the art would sort of look like.
Okay.
So I think 2 days ago she asked a question, but I also replied of, not today or yesterday. I just confirmed back her questions regarding the art. So I guess now we're just waiting on her side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Okay. The easiest part for you to like working with the external artists, for my experience, you choose like the game or some sort of the media that you would you feel like the game should look like, and you
It's like a
ask,
reference.
yeah, like the
Okay.
reference of the this is like this is like the character I wanna at least look like something like this, and also the environment or the themes of the game. So and then the artists make like the sketch or the actual mock-up of the game.
Mhm.
So that's where when you can go on to the next stage.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. If you have any other question regarding the design,
Hmm.
do you have any reference for the cooking method or the craft method?
So
For the game?
far, oh, in our heads, how we wanted to do it was, I think at least I initially got inspired by like Cook and Bake and Switch. I think it was Bake and Switch was a Malaysian game, like sort of
Can
overcooked.
you type it at
Uh,
the
yeah, let me find the
the hangout?
hang on. Bake and let me get a specific part where they toss it.
So the next time I talk to you, I have a better understanding for the reference.
I guess I can't find a good video
Okay.
at the moment.
Just ping me at the Slack later after this.
Where is it? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Sure. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.
Is there anything else?
Not so far. I guess if I have any questions, we'll probably list them out and then we'll ask in Slack, right? Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.